Now it begins. Yes, it's gonna start all over on needles and pins. I'm so uptight about her. She makes every day a mystery, true adventure. I should just walk away, but I know that I can live without her. There she goes, messing with my mind again. Oh no, there she goes, messing with my mind again.
Welcome to Thematic Nostalgia, show number 57. I'm your host, Christina. Glad to see you today. We're about to play 5 songs, and it's your challenge to determine the theme without doing a web search. If you're patient, you'll know the theme soon enough. After the theme is revealed, we will play other songs that fit our theme. Demita Jo DeBlanc, who recorded simply as Demita Jo, had 2 top 40 hits in the early 1960s and 2 other top 100 hits. She charted 9 times in all from 1960 to 66, having had 5 bubbling under songs. She was also an actress. Demita Jo had been involved with the music business and the comedy circuit since the early 1950s. She was also the featured vocalist with Steve Gibson and the Redcaps. Demita later became a part of the Red Fox television series. Here from 1960 is her top 40 hit, I'll Save the Last Dance for You.
If I dance, every dance with the guys who give me the eye and let them hold it tight. Please don't mind if I smile at the man who holds my hand beneath the pale moonlight. I won't forget who's taking me home, and you should remember too that I'm saving the last dance for you. I know that the music's fine like sparkling wine, but my mind's on you. I can tell by the way you look at me that you're thinking too. I won't forget that you're taking me home when the night is through. So I'm saving the last dance for you. Baby, don't you know I love you so? Can't you feel it when we touch? I will never ever let you go. I love you oh so much. If I dance and I carry on till the night is gone, it's just for fun. And you know when it's time to go, you'll be the one to take me home. Don't want to give my goodnight kiss to anyone but you. So I'm saving the last dance for you. Don't want to give my goodnight kiss to anyone but you. So I'm saving the last dance for you. Saving the last dance for you.
Geraldine Ann Pasquale, who is better known as Dodie Stevens, is an American pop singer. In 1959, at 13 years old, Dodie Stevens was riding the top of the pop charts with a million-selling summertime smash, Pink Shoelaces. A few years ago, Dodie Stevens said this was the first rap record because all the words were spoken. She and her daughter use music today to spread an anti-bullying message. We're about to play a song by Dodie Stevens that fits our theme. This next song was a top 100 hit from Dodie called Yes, I'm Lonesome Tonight.
Yes, I'm lonesome tonight.
and I miss you tonight. I'm so sorry we drifted apart, and my memory strays to those wonderful days when you kissed me and called me sweetheart. All the chairs in the parlor seem empty and bare as I gaze at the doorstep and picture you there. Now my heart's filled with pain. Take me back once again. Yes, my dear, I'm so lonesome tonight. Yes, my darling, I'm lonesome tonight. I realize now that the world is a stage, and each of us must play a part. I know too that fate sometimes acts in strange ways. Yes, Act 1 is where we met, and I too loved you at first glance. But I guess I didn't really read my lines too well. Then came Act 2. I've never changed. There was a misunderstanding. I know now that I shouldn't have listened to a so-called friend. The truth is my love, that she wanted you for her own. You don't really have to doubt me, nor must you go on without me. Yes, the stage is bare, but please wait there, because I'm coming to you, darling, and we'll be together when they bring the curtain down. Now my heart's filled with pain. Take me back once again. Yes, my dear, I'm so lonesome tonight.
Ginger Davis is the lead singer of Ginger Davis and the Snaps, a 1960s doo-wop group from Philadelphia. If you never heard of them, that's because they only released 2 singles, and neither one of them charted nationally. But this is a song that fits our theme perfectly. Here from 1961 is a Thematic Nostalgia gem called I'm No Runaround, recorded on the Swan label. And here's an interesting fact. Swan Records obtained the rights to release the song She Loves You in the United States in 1963, which was a #1 hit for the Beatles.
Here's the story that you should know about the boy that I let go. I really can't say what he should do, because I told him that we were through. Don't worry,
fourth song is by The Spokesmen. The Spokesmen was an American three-piece band led by singer-songwriter John Medora. David White and Roy Gilmore filled out the trio. David White had been in Danny and the Juniors previously. Medora and White co-wrote the group's #1 hit, At the Hop, from 1958. Who remembers that song? I remember dancing to At the Hop in my bobby socks. Woohoo! We're about to play the only top 100 hit by The Spokesmen called Dawn of Correction. It peaked at number 36 in 1965 and can also be found on the group's only album by the same name.
The Western world has a common dedication to keep free people from predomination. Maybe you can vote, boy, but man your battle stations, or there'll be no need for voting in future generations. So over and over again, you keep saying it's the end, but I say you're wrong. We're just on the dawn of correction. There are buttons to push into mighty nations, but who's crazy enough to risk annihilation? The buttons are there to ensure negotiation, so don't be afraid, boy, it's our only salvation. So over and over again, you keep saying it's the end, but I say you're wrong. We're just on the dawn of correction. You tell me that marches won't bring integration, but look what it's done for the voter registration. Be thankful our country allows demonstrations. Instead of condemning, make some recommendations. I don't understand the cause of your aggravation. You mean to tell me, boy, it's not a better situation? So over and over again, you keep saying it's the end, but I say you're wrong. We're just on the dawn of correction. You miss all the good in your evaluation. What about the things that deserve commendation? Where there once was no cure, there's vaccination. Where there once was a desert, there's vegetation. Self-government's replacing colonization. What about the Peace Corps organization? Don't forget the work of the United Nations. So over and over again, you keep saying it's the end, but I say you're wrong. We're just on the dawn of correction. But I say you're wrong. We're just on the dawn of correction. So over and over again, you keep saying it's the end, but I say you're wrong. We're just on the dawn of correction.
This will be the last song played before we reveal the theme. It's by Wendy Hill, a pop singer from Los Angeles. She only released 4 singles from 1961 to 65, and only 2 of those charted. Both bubbled under the top 100. Therefore, it's doubtful that you've heard of Wendy Hill or her songs. The last song, entitled My Diamond Ring, entered the Billboard chart on March 20th, 1965, bubbled under 1 week at number 134, and was off the chart. Is this a gem? You can decide that for yourself.
Hello everyone, I'm Rosie, and I'm back to play these old songs from a million years ago. I agreed to do this only if Phil agreed to stay away and let me host the remainder of the show alone. And I want to thank Christina for introducing our first 5 songs. What a pleasant change from the usual host. He needed a break from the show. Maybe a permanent break. The main theme was answer songs. If you knew these were answers to number 1 songs, then you're pretty amazing. But if you only said answer songs, you're still a winner. Damita Joe's I'll Save the Last Dance for You was the answer to the Drifters' 1960 number 1 hit, Save the Last Dance for Me. That song was number 1 for 3 non-consecutive weeks beginning October 17th. In the second song, Yes I'm Lonesome Tonight, Dodie Stevens is trying to tell Elvis Presley to come by, and she'll make sure that he's not lonely. Are You Lonesome Tonight was a number 1 hit for Elvis for 6 weeks. It hit number 1 on November 28th and stayed in that position into the first week of 1961. The third song answers Dion's Runaround Sue. Ginger Davis tried to tell Dion that she's no runaround. She just wants to see what's new out there. Ginger told Dion that he was the sweetest guy and adored him, but she didn't love him. She just wanted to be friends. That's a dagger in the heart for any guy to hear. Runaround Sue was a number 1 song for 2 weeks beginning October 23, 1961. The Dawn of Correction is a conservative response to Barry McGuire's Eve of Destruction, released earlier that year of 1965. The spokesmen directly respond to Eve of Destruction's fears about the conscription of non-voters and the nuclear threat. These practices, they claimed, keep people free from red domination. The Eve of Destruction was the number 1 song in the United States during the week of September 25, 1965. And the 5th song, by Wendy Hill, let Gary Lewis of Gary Lewis and the Playboys know that she was wrong to break his heart in 2, and Gary, I love you. Speaking as a girl myself, I think Gary should be very careful about taking Wendy back again. It seems as if she's still looking for Mr. Right. This Diamond Ring was a number 1 hit for 2 weeks starting February 20th, 1965. Our next song is about the woman who married the Duke of Earl, only to become the Duchess of Earl. And she's going to let the Duke love her, and no one can hurt her now. The Duke of Earl by Gene Chandler was the number 1 song for 3 weeks beginning February 17th, 1962. But this is the Duchess of Earl by the Pearlettes. This song barely cracked the top 100. It peaked at number 96, also in 1962.
Oh yes, I'm lost in this world. I've got the Duke of Earl, and I am his girl, and no one can hurt me. Oh no, yes I'm going to let him love me. Oh, no one can hurt me now, 'cause I'm the Duchess of Earl. Yeah, and no
I'm sure everyone has heard Sherry by the Four Seasons. It was that group's first single as the Four Seasons. It was number 1 in late summer 1962 and held the top spot on the pop charts for 5 weeks. But you probably didn't know that it was Jerry, and not Frankie Valli, who loved Sherry. This next song is by Tracy Day, who had 3 top 100 hits in the 60s. But this is not one of them. You probably thought Bobby V lost his girl forever when he told this guy, "Take good care of my baby." But you'd be wrong. Sammy Lynn answered Bobby, telling him that he's still her baby. But it still didn't last all that long. Bobby V married Karen 2 years later, and they remained married to each other for over 50 years.
Your tears have fallen, 'cause he's taken me away. And though it really hurts you so, there's something that I've gotta say. You should know I'm still your baby. I'm sorry that I made you blue. And now I have discovered that there can be no other, and that my heart is still with you. Well, you should know I'm still
Phil really comes up with these obscure records, done by even more obscure recording artists. This next singer answers the Shirelles' first #1 song from 1960, written by Jerry Goffin and Carole King. It's called Not Just Tomorrow But Always. This is Bertel Dosh.
You don't know much about me, but there's no reason to doubt me. I love you now, and I'm gonna feel that way. Not just tomorrow, but always. This is a lasting treasure, not just a moment's pleasure. My love is true, oh believe me when I say, not just tomorrow, but always. So many people refuse love, a chance to ever get a start. They doubt each other and lose love when it might have been right in their heart. Just put your trust in my love. It's love that never can die. Love, this love I feel for you is gonna stay. Not just tomorrow, but always. This love I feel for you is gonna stay. Not just tomorrow, but always. Not just tomorrow, but always. Not just tomorrow, but always. Not just tomorrow, but always.
Next up is the answer to Ernie Cato's #1 song from 1961 called Mother-in-Law. Here are the Blossoms with their top 100 hit from 1961 called What Else, Son-in-Law. And that will be followed by the answer to Ray Charles' #1 hit from 1961, Hit the Road Jack. And did anyone realize that Jack never did actually hit the road? The Chantels had to remind Jack that he had to go in their top 40 hit, I Told You. And unlike the other answer songs we've played, these two songs have different melodies.
I'm the mother-in-law and sure am mad. The things said about me have all been bad. All he ever did was make my daughter sad. My no good son-in-law. He's gone all night and he's got no job. Don't comb his hair, he's such a slob. You can find him on the corner with the rest of the mob. My no good son-in-law. He sees another woman on the side, and he said he loved my daughter, how he lied. He's got no money or anything. The other day he even hocked her wedding ring. He eats so much that we got no food. He's got no friends 'cause he's so rude. I just can't stand his attitude. My no good son-in-law. diamond hot tub wedding ring. Eat so much that we got no food. He's got no friends cause he's so rude. I just can't stand his attitude. My no good son-in-law, that bum. No good son-in-law, better find a job. No good son-in-law, can't see why she ever married. Gonna put him out, that's what. Lazy, good for nothing.
It's my favorite part of the show. The closing. I don't believe I could suffer much more of these old boring songs. Can you believe that a song about some Duke of Earl, or someone hitting the road can be the biggest hit in the country? And how could a song that talks trash about your daughter's son be a #1 hit? This could never happen today. Phil's not paying me nearly enough to sit through these tunes. I may need to give him my notice. The next song answers some guy who wrote in his girlfriend's yearbook that roses are red. And then we end with what happens when a woman loves a man, because we already know what it means when a man loves a woman. Thanks for listening to show number 57. The theme has been Answer Songs.
Roses are red, my love.
Inside my high school book, I placed the sweetest rose. It's right next to your name, and heaven knows, long as the rose is red and skies are blue, you'll be my one true love. I'll go on loving you. I thought I'd lost your love. My letter set you free, but in my heart I vowed eternally, long as the rose is red and skies are blue, hope and pray that nothing in this world can take your love away. Long as the rose is red and skies are blue, you'll be my one true love. I'll go on loving you. She's not my little girl, she only looks like me. Throw her a kiss and then pledge faithfully. Long as the rose is red and skies are blue, I'll be your one true love, and God may bless us two.
When a woman loves a man, can't keep her mind on nothing else. She changed the world for the good things she's found. If he's bad, she can't see it. He can do no wrong. Turn her back on her best friend if she puts him down. When a woman loves a man, she'll spend all her time trying to hold on to what she needs. She'd give up all her comforts and sleep out in the rain if he says that's the way it ought to be. Well, this woman really loves you. I gave you everything I had, trying to hold on to your wonderful love. Baby, please don't treat me bad. When a woman loves a man, deep down in her soul, he can bring her such misery. If he plays her for a fool, she's the very last one to know. Loving eyes can never see. When a woman loves a man, she'll never, never do him wrong. Anything in this whole wide world. Yes, when a woman loves a man, I know exactly how she feels. 'Cause baby, I'm your girl. Yes, when a woman loves a man, I know exactly
In parting, let me tell you, and I swear that I'm sincere, I'd give the world and all I own if I could keep you here. And have I never told you